I'm Nochola the Drawer, an artist and adventurer from the UK. Let's get creative. Hello and welcome back to my channel. This week's video is a video to give you the 10 steps to working with clients on murals. So it's simplifying how I work with clients when creating a mural and all the steps I take with all of the things that quite often aren't explained. For example, contracts and payments. So I'm going to put it down nice and easy, 10 steps to working with clients from the start of the mural process to the end. Step 1 is set up an intro call. Somebody has inquired, whether that's through email or your website, and they're interested in a mural. I would set up an intro call to let them know a bit about your process, how it works. Often people haven't commissioned murals before, and also to find out if you're the right fit for them and they're the right fit for you. So set up an intro call, step 1. Step 2. After your initial call, I would put together a mood board from everything you discussed in that call, imagery that they've talked about the project, and I'd also put an estimate. So I'd send them over an estimate and a mood board from everything that you've talked about and the information you gathered from them on the call. It's good to have both the imagery as well as the quote, because that way they can see that you're thinking about the process and you're interested in what they're doing as well. It's not just throwing out quotes to anyone that comes your way. Now, step 3 is I would set up a call to go through the mood boards and estimates. Sometimes it can be a bit confusing and you want to make sure that they're really getting across how important and valuable your work is and how you really see their message clearly when creating their mural ideas. So for that way, I'd set up a call. Sometimes you don't always set up a call, sometimes it's straight away, let's get on with it, I love it. I'll go for quote number option 1. But setting up a call makes you have that further connection with them as you're not seeing them in person. That way with the call, you're explaining why you picked that imagery, finding out what it is that they like on that mood board, what they don't like, and then also giving them a clear example of the quote and the process of how it works from here. Step 4, they have loved your mood boards, they're ready to go ahead with the price that you've set, and so you need to put together a contract. Step 4 is put together a contract. It's so important to put together a contract before you do any work, whether that's designing or actually installing. Put together a contract so it's clear for both sides what it is that they are entering into with working. So it's clear what you're going to achieve, the timeline, and all the legal rights that you have to the artwork that you are creating. So step 4 is put together a contract. Step 5 is to send over that contract and your 50% invoice. It's so important to get a deposit and a contract signed before you do any work. 50% of the overall quote will cover you for the deposit, so you send over that invoice for the invoice to be paid and the contract to be signed. And then everyone can go along happy knowing that you've entered into an agreement together. Step 6 is to create the designs. This is the fun part. Now, in your earlier process, you might have decided that you give them the option of 3 designs or 2 or 1, and then how many revisions, etc. So step 6 is actually create the designs ready to send over them, whether that's 1, 2 or 3. Step 7 is to do the revisions. You have created the design in the previous step, you have sent it over them to have a look at, then you get their feedback on if it's multiple choices, which one they want to move forward with, or if it's just one choice, any changes, whether that's like small changes like colours, make this bigger, smaller, change that word, depending on what it is that your design is. I always include 1 round of revisions, so that's this step, the 1 round of revisions, then you send them over that revised design to be signed off before installation. So that's number 8, final approval. You've sent over the revised design and they have to approve, they're happy with it and ready to go ahead. If they want to do any more revisions, make sure you have in your contract that extra revisions are extra cost. But you need that final stamp of approval that everything's okay with the design so you can get ready for installation. And number 9 is installation time. So you've got the design, you're all ready, you've got your paint, all of the other things that you need ready to paint a mural and install. Number 9 is the installation time, and this date will have been decided when you signed the contract together and the timeline was in that. So now it's just ready to paint. And number 10 is the final payment. You have done all of the hard work. You have created this beautiful image, installed it by painting it on the wall or whatever surface it is you're painting it on. You've had your 50% deposit. And now you need the final payment. So I always say the final payments are due within 7 days of the finished artwork. So you'll have put that in your contract as well, when you're due to finish and when the final payment is due. So it's just the final payment left to go, and then you've completed the full process, 10 steps to working with a client to create a mural. So I hope that was useful. I hope it clearly broke down the steps in working with clients to create a mural, all of the steps that you cannot forget and are so important, like the contract and the payment. This shows that you're professional, you're working with a professional way, and everyone knows clearly how the process works and what step is next. And then you should have no problems. So let me know if this was useful in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and let me know any other questions you have about working with clients, finding new clients, or creating a mural, and I can create more videos to help you be creative and create big. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you for the next creative adventure. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell.